I'll make sure to pay you back for this.
Ha! I let you get away last time, but definitely not today!
Why wait till later, you little punk? I'll pay you back tenfold now!
Huh. Sorry.
What are you doing, you clumsy fool? Was that supposed to be some kind of punch?
Nice try, buddy!
Sorry there. It wasn't my fault. If he hadn't jumped out of the way just now, I would have clobbered.
What?
The race is about to start. All participants, please get to your positions now.
The track, then! We'll settle this there!
Looking forward to it.
Dang, Knuckles and Storm were about to throw some big cartoony hands, dude. Hello everyone, I am Third Mario Brother, and welcome back to Let's Play Sonic Riders. In the last episode, we began the hero story and raced Jet as Sonic and Wave as Tails, I believe. And today we will be playing with another new character in this game, which is Knuckles the Echidna, the first of the power characters that we can play with. And, first of all, his attacks are, like, terrifying and kind of funny, actually. He, like, runs up to the, whoever you're attacking and, like, barks at him, and it's kind of weird, because, first of all, I'm pretty sure echidnas don't bark. They are little cute creatures that actually look absolutely nothing like Knuckles, but that's a topic for another day. And, it's just kind of scary, man. But there, right there, as you saw when Knuckles was punching those barrels out of the way, is his, like, special ability, or the— oh, no! Ah! Ah! I hate this part of the level because, right there you guys can see is the 100 rings capsule thing that will instantly get you to level 3, but every single time I go for it, man, I just get thrown off the edge, which is terrible. But, Knuckles' power I should talk about first. It allows you to punch obstacles out of the way, and in this track there are a lot of obstacles. Right there, you guys saw, there was a little Eggman robot that was in the way, and if I were a speed or flying character, I would have got knocked down, lost like all of my momentum, and it would have been a pretty bad deal overall. But because I was a power character, I not only knocked him out of the way, but I got extra air for it. And the reason I believe this is the best like, power in the game is not just because we could take shortcuts like this one, but because, you know, the speed and flying characters can also both take shortcuts, but it's because on normal segments too, power characters benefit from their abilities. Oh god, get me out of here. So Knuckles, turn around, what are you doing, dude? Oh my god, that was embarrassing. But speed and flying characters can only use their powers when there are shortcuts, whereas power characters can use them when there are shortcuts and when there aren't shortcuts. So it's just something to keep in mind. Every racer has slightly different properties as well in terms of, like, acceleration and max speed and, like, the power of their boost and stuff like that. But it's really nothing to worry about when you're just playing through the story mode. So unless you're a competitive Sonic Riders player, I don't think it really comes much into play. But, anyway, we just met Storm the Albatross, and yeah, this game introduces 3 new characters that are kept throughout at least the Sonic Riders series, which are, Jet, Storm, and— yeah, Jet the Hawk, Storm the Albatross, and Wave the Wombat, Woodpecker. What is she? Wave the Woodpecker, yeah, let's go with that. I really don't know what she is, but they're interesting characters to say the least. Storm kind of sounds like he could be Big's dad. Wave's kind of a jerk, and Jet is a little bit nasally, but they are interesting. They certainly are. Less interesting are the 38 million E10,000 Gs, but let's ignore them and move on to the next race.
That's cool! Sonic! When did you learn those techniques?
Not very impressive for someone of your reputation. You know, I've checked you out, actually. Not bad. I admit you're pretty fast on your feet. But here, it's a whole different story when riding with extreme gear. You see, to be the fastest on a gear, you have to become one with the wind. Without wings, well, you might as well kiss the ground and go home.
Who does he think he is?
Well, I don't think he's all talk, you know. I better be on my toes during this competition.
I never imagined anyone would enter the race with such a piece of junk.
Sorry, Sonic. I just need to fine-tune a few things. Then your extreme gear will be at 100%.
Hey, Tails, you always do your best, so don't worry.
Yeah, but she has a point. She's a really brilliant mecha mechanic. Sonic, don't worry. I'll unlock the secret of the extreme gears for us.
She's a really brilliant mecha mechanic. Mecha mechanic. What? Isn't that just a little bit redundant, Tails? I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be bullying him. He is having a bad day to begin with. He needs a hug, rather than more criticism. So, here we are as Tails once again, racing against Wave, our biggest bully, and, let's go ahead and beat her butt, because Tails did not deserve that, totally, mean comment that she was making earlier, man. Let's prove the bullies wrong, guys. This episode is dedicated to anti-bullying. Oh man, but as you see right here, I am completely out of air, which means that I have to run on foot until I can find myself a pit stop, or I can do some sort of trick or pick up some air in some other way. So, it's a little bit annoying, especially when you're at level 1, because you run out of air so easily. So you have to make sure that that doesn't happen to you. But oh my god, it's a giant centipede. It's disgusting. I actually love this level because those giant centipedes are on it, which is really weird because I hate centipedes more than anything. I don't really have a whole lot of fears like, you know, like heights or water or anything like that, but centipedes are probably the closest thing to it for me, because they're just so ooey and gooey and creepy and crawly. I don't know why I said ooey and gooey, because they're not really either of those if you think real hard about it, but, they're just so disgusting, man. Why do they have to exist? Why? Is anybody else out there as irrationally disgusted by centipedes as I am? Please tell me I'm not the only one. Either way, I think this level is a pretty good example of, different types of shortcuts that you can take. First of all, there are these shortcuts where you can use your character's ability or whatever, and everybody knows that. Second of all, when you're riding on these centipede things, you're going to want to get your Mario Party hand on and start spinning that control stick in a circle, because it will refill your air as you're doing it. And I believe, on most of the segments like that, it also speeds you up. Oh god, no! It also speeds you up a little bit, but, I don't think it does in this one, just because the centipedes kind of have a mind of their own. And aside from that, there's the shortcut that I just missed right there, actually, where you can take that first ramp and jump straight onto a spider web. I did it on the first lap. And the way that you manipulate how you want to jump off these ramps is first you have to look at the ramp and see what kind of ramp it is. I say there are like two general classes of ramps in this game, ones that are pointed like completely horizontally out, and ones that are like a little bit like vertical, like almost straight up. And then of course these flying ramps here, but that's like a different thing entirely. The ones that are going straight up, generally you're going to want to hold down the jump button and release it after your board turns red right on the tip of the ramp while holding the control stick backward toward you. For the horizontal ramps that are pointing straight out, you're going to want to do something different, which is hold the control stick away from you, and then you'll be able to fly like a farther distance instead of jumping super high. Like on this one, since it's pointing straight up, you hold the control stick back towards you, and you get to take this nice spider web shortcut right here, which you're going to want to do if you want to win these races, which was actually really close because Wave was like right behind us. Wow, that's incredible. But we're pulling out that first, as always. And that's really nice. So we beat Wave and the other 10,000 G robots, which, you know, there's only 7 Chaos Emeralds, so it kind of makes sense that Eggman had to put his own robots in for the rest of the contestants. I kind of wish they were egg pawns or something like that, but either way, you make do with what you have.
Now our race has reached its final stage. The remaining competitors are pacing, anxious for the race to begin. Only a few minutes left. Who will win this big event?
Sonic, congratulations! I'll be over here cheering you on.
time for the final event. And it's set here in Sand Ruins. The rules are still the same. Anything goes in this extreme race. Although it needs no further explanation, the first one to reach the goal will win this race. But remember, the prize will be won by the racer who's performed the best throughout this competition.
Ha! You're lucky you got this far. It obviously wasn't due to your skills. Heh, I won't lose now.
Get ready. It's time for the final race to begin.
Yes, this is in fact the final race of Eggman's little competition. It's not the final race of the story, however. Welcome to the final stage! I love the posters and stuff all around here, but we are racing off against Jet the Hawk, and actually against Knuckles and Tails, and, is that it? Yeah, that's it. Looks like Amy didn't make it to the final round, sadly. She did her best, but apparently extreme gear racing is just not her thing. Ooh! Ooh, we got the X rank. Oh, yeah. Report card looking nice and shiny right now, but, we're still getting passed up by literally everybody else in the race, so maybe I should, tone down the cockiness a little bit and focus on this work that we have to do right here. Now, there are some cool shortcuts in this race, such as this one right here, but it's worth noting that you're not only competing against Jet, you're actually competing against Knuckles and Tails as well. Generally, Jet is the only one you're going to have to worry about, but if somehow, like, you attack him enough to put him in the back, if Knuckles or Tails beat you, you lose this race. You have to come in first, I'm pretty sure. So, that's kind of interesting, but either way, let's get shot on this arrow all the way over to this Coliseum and start on lap 2. There are different routes here at the beginning of the lap. It doesn't really matter unless you're a power character, I don't think. So, don't worry too much about that. Just worry about keeping your air up and trying to hit these grinding rails. Now, the grinding has always been, like, a little finicky in this game, I feel. Because, like, you have to jump and then press A to jump on the grinding rail, which is, it works some of the time. Let's just put it that way. That first, oh boy. Ooh, that did not go the way I wanted it to. I was trying to jump on the grinding rail, but I accidentally punched, Jet in the face. I swear, Ref, it was on accident. I didn't mean to. Don't take me out. But, there are 2 grinding rails in this level, and I think the first one is more so if you want to get air, and it actually slows you down a little bit, and so it's not much of a shortcut at all. But the second one, which is in this blue-ish, like, temple place, actually speeds you up quite a bit. Except for the fact that there's 2 rails next to each other, so you have to jump off one and onto the next one, and man, I'm not Tony Hawk. I don't got those kind of skills, man. I don't know if I can handle something so complicated as that. I mean, like I said, things are finicky once in a while when it comes to rail grinding, so be careful which rails you choose to jump on and which rails you choose to jump off. As a Y. That sounds like an ancient proverb or something. Didn't quite make it to the top there, but I didn't want to, actually. I want to show off this rail grinding segment right here. And yeah, you guys saw that there was a 3rd rail there. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to show that path off. But I think you guys get the point. That was probably mostly just for air anyway, more so than gaining extra speed. But we are way ahead of the competition. It is not even funny right now. Level 3, 100 rings. Let's end this off with some money in the bank.
Ah, the dirt suits you so well. Ugh. This is Babylon Garden.
Now I'll get the treasure of Babylon.
Oh no!
Eggman! Tails! Knuckles! We gotta get Eggman! I found you!
Wait, Sonic, use this!
What is it?
It's a new gear I prepped up just in case something like this happens.
Thinking ahead, Tails? Thanks. Jet. You can't catch up with him. Get out of my way. Is that what you think? Take a look at this. I'll show you what true speed really is.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. Turns out Dr. Eggman was up to something nefarious all along. Wow, I never ever would have guessed that he wanted those Chaos Emeralds for himself and wasn't just being a good sport and trying to see some athletic racers do their thing. So, that's going to do it for this episode of Let's Play Sonic Riders. In the next episode, we will be heading to the Babylon Garden to stop Dr. Eggman from getting whatever the heck he's trying to get, whatever treasure they were talking about, and see if we can't find out something about Babylonia ourselves. So I'd like to thank you all very, very much for watching this episode. I'd like you to leave a like on the video down below if you would. It really, really helps out, honestly, and I really appreciate it as always. Thank you all so much for all your support, and for watching this episode of Let's Play Sonic Riders. So, I will see you guys next time, where we head to the Garden of Babylon to race Jet and to stop Dr. Eggman. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you guys then.